And then the second point I'll make is the one that I mentioned earlier, and I'll wrap up with a third point, which is I think we're underestimating the new industries that will emerge drastically, dramatically. There is going to be so much new that we are not really thinking deeply about right now that we could do a whole nother 2-hour brainstorming session on what AI unlocks in terms of large scale projects that are traditionally or typically or today held back because of the constraints on the technical feasibility of these projects. And that ranges from accelerating to new semiconductor technology, to quantum computing, to energy systems, to transportation, to habitation, et cetera, et cetera. There's all sorts of transformations in every industry that's possible as these tools come online, and that will spurn insane new industries. The most important point is the third one, which is we don't know the overlap of job loss and job creation if there is one. And so the rate at which these new technologies impact and create new markets, but I think Naval is right. I think that what happens in capitalism and in free societies is that capital and people rush to fill the hole of new opportunities that emerge because of AI, and that those grow more quickly than the old bubbles deflate. So if there's a deflationary effect in terms of job need in other industries, I think that the loss will happen slower than the rush to take advantage of creating new things will happen on the other side. So my bet is probably on the order of, I think new things will be created faster than old things will be lost.
I think
and actually, as a quick side note to that, the fastest way to help somebody get a job right now, if you know somebody in the market who's looking for a job, the best thing you can do is say, hey, go download the AI tools and just start talking to them. Just start using them in any way. And then you can walk into any employer in almost any field and say, hey, I understand AI, and they'll hire you on the spot.
Exactly. Naval, you and I watched this happen. We had a front row seat to it back in the day when you were doing venture hacks and I was doing Open Angel Forum. We had to fight to find 5 or 10 companies a month. Then the cost of running these companies went down. They went down massively from 5 million to start a company to 2, then to 250K, then to 100K. I think what we're seeing is 3 things concurrently. You're going to see all these jobs go away for automation, self-driving cars, cashiers, et cetera. But we're going to also see static team size at places like Google. They're just not hiring because they're just having the existing bloated employee base learn the tools. But I don't know if you're seeing this. The number of startups able to get a product to market with 2 or 3 people and get to $1 million in revenue is booming. What are you seeing in the startup landscape?
Definitely what you're saying in that there's leverage. But at the same time, I think the more interesting part is that new startups are enabled that could not exist otherwise. My last startup, AirChat, could not have existed without AI because we needed the transcription and translation. Even the current thing I'm working on, it's not an AI company, but it cannot exist without AI. It is relying on AI.